because you do it more ways than one. The more ways you let the fight, the better fighter you want to be, the better count comes together. Now, y'all will run with that. Right hand kick, right hand fight back. Give it to the speed. Don't come out this right hand again. Think. Walk one more time, we'll walk through it fast. Give you an idea of what you're doing in an actual fight, or what you're doing. Go.
So I want to start off first by saying that, look, the Mayweathers all have different styles. Roger Floyd Sr. and Jeff Mayweather, they all got different styles. And they each have a scroll of fighters that have been unsuccessful training under them. All right, so just looking at Roger's preferred method, you know, I've heard so many people criticize this style of pad work. And here I'm just listing a couple things I've heard, like, oh, they just do it to look fancy, they do it for the cameras. You know, this isn't actual mitt work that you could use in a real fight. Like, this isn't actual stuff that you could use in the fight. This is just to be fancy. This is just for speed and you know, yeah, it's pity pat. It's just pity pat. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people that don't understand boxing, they don't understand what exactly they're doing. Now, this is an old video. You know, look at the quality footage. This is old. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't like new concepts that they came up with. So let's look at some mitt work. That's mitt work. Look, he even steps around, hook, right hand. You saw how he just pivoted and turned? All right, let's watch. 3 hooks. Let's turn. 2 hooks, right hand. Look familiar? Oh yeah, there's 3 hooks right there. Hey look, hook, turn, hook, right hand. You see, people don't, they look at that mitt work and they think, okay, this is just for glitz and glam. No, this is muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Hey look, there's 4 straight rights. Oh, but they don't do it in mitt work. They don't practice that in mitt work. Oh, he doesn't? And yo, this is something that he's been doing since day one. Like, this isn't just recent. He didn't do this stuff in fights and then say, hey, let's incorporate that in the mitt work. This is what he does. Let's look at this. Oh, look at the nice pull counter. And then he ranges them. He uses the left hand to touch and to gauge another right hand. Like, this is but again, he doesn't do that in mitt work. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't practice, you know, pull counters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he does do it in mitt work, it's not like he could actually use it in a fight, even though there's footage of him right here actually using it in a fight. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Go ahead.
Counterpunch, pull off the jab. Now, that's one way to counterpunch. Maybe the other way. The other one is just gonna rock back. She'll shoot the jab at me slow. Shoot the jab, start. Shoot the jab, I rock back with the jab, pull your jab back, then follow her back, follow the jab back over the jab.
Again, this isn't mitt work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get James Kirkland, Alfredo Angulo, you know, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Amir Mansour. You're not gonna get every fighter doing this mitt work and being well.
I want you to do exactly what we fight. You gotta make it fast. Speed. Use some speed. And when you know the fight, I'm not gonna tell her what to do. She gotta know what she's gonna do. If she don't know it, that means she'll get hit in the face. I know she don't want that pretty face marked up, so you know, hopefully she's gonna get this. I tell her to pull, she knows what that means. Cool.
Again, this isn't for every fighter. This isn't gonna work for every fighter. You know what I'm saying? This is pad work that's meant for cerebral fighters, for fighters that think, for fighters that like to adjust and work things out in their mind. You know, and you'll see that it can backfire. You know what I'm saying? These moves can, like, you can counter these with your own counters, but it's a thinking game. You know, it's chess. And here's a good example. It's not mere
ferocity. It's strategy.
In the fights, a lot of people think by then doesn't even think. He just goes out swinging wild. But now Maidana thinks a lot. This time we're switching a few punches around where a fighter like Maidana is gonna give trouble to the best boxer in the world.
Creo que fue en el 11, lo agarraste con una tan bonita, pero
See, they're practicing the
en la
counter.
barba, cae dormido ese güey.
Right there, look, that's that round 11 he was just talking about in their first fight. Maidana's sitting here countering a counter of Mayweather's. That's how you have to beat somebody like Mayweather.
¿Verdad? Sí te acuerdas, ¿verdad? Si hubiera sido en la barba, habría quedado dormido. Esta sí va a caer. Esta sí va a caer. Viene, ahí viene, ahora sí. Eso.
There it is. You see it? But look at how Mayweather makes an adjustment. And again, it's not like he practices this on the mitts. You know what I'm saying? But look, oh look, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna pull, I'm gonna hit you with right hand, I'm gonna roll under. But you know, he doesn't do that in his mitt work. He's never done that ever. But here's a good video on adaptability by Opal. It was based on the Mayweather Mosley fight. You know, Mosley dropped a couple bombs on him. Mayweather was able to adapt. The same way that Maidana just dropped that right hand on him, he was able to adapt. Now I want to go back to this clip because there's another thing that Mayweather practices. You see the pull counter and how he catches Philip Endo with that, right? When he pulls back, look, touch. You see how he touches him with that left hand? It's a range finder, okay? So he hits him, touch, touch. Now I'm able to gauge you with the right hand and I can hit you with everything. Look, he gets everything on that right hand, look. Yup, he's gonna catch him at the very end of the punch. And he's gonna gauge him with that distance, touch. But of course, when you see him do it in mitt work, it's just to be fancy. He's not gonna actually use it in the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's just beyond me how some people look at this mitt work and they think, you know, he's just doing it to be fancy and to look a certain way for the cameras. He's giving you free boxing lessons. Every time you see this mitt work posted somewhere, he's allowing you to get secrets that have been around forever, okay? But there you see the pull. This time he didn't even have to pull back on that counter. He just takes a step back and then counters with the right, left, right. Right there, you know? Hey, look at this. This isn't mitt work. This isn't mitt work though. No way he does that in mitt work. You see that? Downstairs, upstairs, right hand. But he never does that in mitt work. Now look at this, that combination. There's one punch that stands out to me that I think Roger Mayweather gets the most flack for when he does this in his mitt work. And I've highlighted it right there. This is just to look cool. They're only doing this to look cool. They're not doing it to be an effective body shot that Mayweather can use during the fight. Roger's just doing this so he can look cool by doing this ultra cool move. Behind the back punch. It looks like a body shot to me.
Shoulder first time. Chase the right hand. She will go counter right hand. Chase the right hand. Alright, back to right hand. That's the counter for the right hand.
Roll the shoulder, shoot the right hand back. Yeah. Now, granted, these are just a couple fights that I use as examples to show you the mitt work. Look, every time he taps the shoulder, Mayweather's shooting the right hand back. But I just used a couple fights. This is stuff that he's been doing his entire career. For even back in amateurs, he was doing this mitt work. I remember seeing his fights early on. They were showing him doing mitt work when he was an amateur. This isn't new stuff. These keys have been prominent in boxing since day one. It's not like the Mayweathers just came up with them. This is stuff that they learned as well. But yeah, those are the misconceptions about the mitt work. It actually works in fights. It just doesn't pertain to every fighter.
Because you do it more ways than one. The more ways you let the fight, the better fighter you want to be, the better count.